This is Liz Janowski, and I'm the manager at Sonata Laser Aesthetics. And today I'm going to be doing an IPL. So I wanted to make a little video diary about my experiences. I'll be taking a little bit of footage during my recovery process so you can see what it's like to get an IPL, what it's like to recover from, and what the whole experience is like. IPL is a great treatment. It has many uses. Its most and best tested use is for lessening and removing pigment. So what that means is if you have freckles, if you have dark spots, if you have sun damage, which pretty much everyone does, getting an IPL is what's going to help bring that dark pigment to the surface, and then the pigment, those kind of dark spots, they'll turn almost like a blackish color, and over time, when say the week following your IPL, they will just literally flake off your face and you'll be left with a clearer complexion. IPL is also fantastic for removing the look of broken capillaries. A lot of people have these around their nose. You can IPL them. The sort of broken capillary look will fade, will come to the surface, they will flake off and they'll be gone. So you'll get a much clearer complexion. I've had IPL before. It's a very easy treatment. You're going to come into our office, you get numbed for about 30 minutes with a topical numbing cream. We wipe that off. You do the IPL. The IPL stands for Intense Pulse Light. So it's literally like a really bright camera flash, like boop. It feels like maybe like a rubber band snapping on your face. With the numbing, you won't feel that nearly as intensely. We cover your face. We go over a couple of times the areas that have additional pigment, a lot of times right here, you know, from driving in the car where you don't put your sunscreen on. And then those pigmented areas will darken. You'll start to see those spots darken, they'll rise to the surface, and they'll flake away. IPL is also fantastic. I've done it a couple of times on my hands to get rid of some of the sun damage I have on my hands. You can also do it on your chest. So it's a really easy treatment. We usually recommend it in series of 3 because by your 3rd treatment you should have almost all the pigment you were concerned about gone. There's no downtime from the IPL. I mean, the spots on your face might get a little darker, so you might not feel your most beautiful, but generally no one can tell that you've had anything done. You can literally go right back to work after you've had your treatment, so it's not something that people are really going to notice unless they're intensely staring at your face. The difference between our IPL device and some of the other ones out there is that ours is a really high quality one with a lot of adjustable settings. So Dr. Janowski is going to make sure you get the perfect setting, intensity, and the perfect number of passes for what you're trying to treat. You can burn people with an IPL. You can also have IPLs. There's a lot of them out there that are very weak, and so they don't do a whole lot for your skin. But we love IPL in our office, and I'm excited to share my treatment today with you. So hi, as you can see, I am here numbing. You can hear the IPL device. It's very loud, so you can hear that sort of buzzing. The first step is to get numb so that you can tolerate the procedure and it doesn't bother you. Honestly, most people find it very easy. It's fairly quick in length. Our IPL device is a luminous. One of the things you want to know about the IPL device that you're getting your treatment from is what is the wavelength of light that the doctor is using for your treatment. There's a range. We're going to do 560 today for me because I have fairly pinkish skin, so we want to use that wavelength. But your doctor will know how to customize your treatment and what wavelength of light to use for you to get your best IPL treatment. I'll check in with you.
Hi, this is Dr. Lawrence Janowski for Sonata Laser Aesthetics. Today we're going to do an IPL treatment. IPL stands for Intense Pulse Light. It's not a laser, but it's a light device that helps remove brown spots from sun damage, aging, and also it helps to remove capillaries, or red spots. So it's a great treatment for people who don't want downtime, because there's really no downtime or recovery with this device, and who want to clean up sun damage from the summer, for example. So it's just a series of flashes of light on the face. We're going to numb the patient up, and then I'll demonstrate the device. It's very easy to do. It just takes a few minutes. Keep their eyes closed. So the IPL is a real easy treatment. It's just a bunch of flashes of light. The light's not dangerous, so the patient just closes their eyes and that's all you need to do. We use some gel on the face for contact. The whole thing takes about 10 minutes, and we simply do 3 treatments 2 weeks apart. So it's a 3-treatment series, and you'll watch the brown spots come out and the capillaries reduce.
I literally just had the IPL done. You can see there's some redness on my face. You might see some lines, and that's where the transducer was placed on my face. But overall, it was pretty easy. It took about 15 minutes to do my full face. Another place you might want to consider is on your hands and chest and neck. It works fantastic there as well. And I'll be checking in with you as my recovery progresses to see what the IPL can do for me and getting rid of some of the sun damage I accumulated in the last year. Hi, this is Liz. It's the day after my IPL treatment. It hasn't even been 24 hours, and when I looked in the mirror this morning, what was awesome is that I can see dark spots and freckles on my face rising to the surface and getting darker. Sun damage that I might not have noticed very much before, I can now see is pulling up, and that's exactly what you'll see when you do an IPL too, is that the pigment, so the IPL, you know, attaches itself to pigment, so it'll pull that pigment up, and over the next week or so, this will start to flake off. So you can see, you know, I can see some pigment coming up here, especially here where I often miss with sunscreen, and here as well. So I'm pretty excited because I can already start to see the IPL working its magic on my skin. And I'll check in with you in 2 weeks since my IPL treatment. Today I have only eye makeup on, absolutely no powder, no foundation. And what I've noticed since my IPL treatment is that the dark spots that I had on my face and the sun damage, as predicted, have sort of lifted up. They flaked off. It wasn't like a huge sloughing off, it was sort of a gradual flake off. And now my skin is left more even, especially here, as I was talking about, along my hairline where we often forget to put on sunscreen. Overall, the IPL is such an easy, fantastic treatment for maintaining beautiful, clear skin, for removing pigment. If you've never had one, what we recommend is that you come in for a series of 3 treatments spaced 2 weeks apart. I've had this series of 3, so what I'm doing now is sort of an annual maintenance where I'll do 1 a year to usually like about now, which is this early springtime, or the late fall, to remove accumulated sun damage and just help my skin look beautiful and young. Having pigment, sunspots, dark spots is something that makes our skin look uneven and also makes our skin look old. So IPL is just a fantastic treatment for removing that sun damage. I also love, and we have many patients who love to do the IPL on their hands or on your chest. Hands get tons of sun damage. Even with my best efforts, I hardly ever have sunscreen on my hands. So it's a really easy treatment to remove some accumulated pigment and just have your face and hands looking as beautiful as can be. Thank you.